I had a really fun adventure yesterday. I had to cut off Jeff's podcast at 3 to go do a fecal sample.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing. Like when you go to the front, I don't like saying it. I go, I'm here to do a drop off. But then they get confused.
Here to make a deposit.
They get confused. They go, "Oh, you're dropping off, okay?" And then they think I like shit at home and brought it. And then I go, "No, I don't have it with me."
And need to provide a live sample.
Yeah, they go, "Oh, it's called a fresh sample." I was like, "Gross." So the first place I went to, they were like, "Okay, well here's like 20 different pieces." I wish I brought it. Is it in the car?
No, I took it out.
Fuck. God, I wish I had it. I'd show you
box of
guys.
shit?
No, because she's like, you need to go home. Shit. And last time I did it, it was just one cup, like a urine sample type of cup. And it was disgusting, but you just put it in one cup, you move on with your life. This time they had me a bag with 5 different cups. 3 of them have tiny little narrow entrances. I am not kidding when I tell you it's this narrow. Okay? You can imagine
That's not okay.
Well, anyway, she's like, so you need to go home, shit in all 5 of these, and then if you want to bring it back like tomorrow, you have to refrigerate. I says, I'm not putting my shit in my refrigerator.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck
with
what
the
it's sealed
food.
in. I don't care if it's, hermetically, is that hermetic?
Hermetically sealed.
Hermetically sealed with fucking NASA technology. It's not going in my refrigerator.
No. You gotta throw the fridge out after that.
Yeah.
So Lena was able to call and get, because last time I did it there, and that's what I thought I was doing. And frankly, just to be totally honest with you guys, I was holding in, I had the shit, and I was holding in all day.
Right. You were talking about holding it in from the day before already.
Because unlike most people, I cannot control when I poop. It's out of my control. So being able to know, like, I've got one loaded up in the chamber, one in the cannon.
Locked and loaded.
That's not something that happens at every opportunity for me. This was a carefully organized plan. And so Lena was able to call. You could take that part, Lena.
I don't know how to explain it. Well, so...
Just don't violate my HIPAA rights.
Of course. So you went to the other lab where you can do the stool sample there yourself. And you couldn't find it, though. I don't know how to explain this part because I couldn't figure out how to explain it to you like in any other way.
I hate when this happens. Well, anyway, Lena called and she got me a walk-in for the.
Okay.
And it was real close, so I raced over there, and they're like, "You have to be there before 2:45, right, or 3:45?"
Yeah.
3:45.
It was 4:45.
4:45. What the fuck? Took so damn long. I left at 3, And I go up to the second floor, and the instructions they gave Lena is just on the second floor. I says, okay, well, there's like 8 different offices. There's radiology, there's oncology.
There was no suite number?
There are suite numbers, but they didn't tell Lena the suite number. They just said second floor.
There's shit all over the floor. What they were explaining is that the lab is just on the second floor. But
okay, well, the lab is in, Los Angeles. You got to be more specific.
You've been there before, right?
I have been there before, but there's different offices, and I've done blood work in like the oncology part. So the first place I went to was the oncology part, and I says, "Hey, I don't know if this is the right place, but I need to." I need to.
There's shit all over the floor.
Do a drop off.
And they're like, are you with UPS?
What are you dropping off?
What are you dropping off?
I have to drop off a stool sample. Then they recoil in horror. And they go, I don't think that was us. I said, okay. Then I get embarrassed, so I go, okay, let me go to radiology. Because, I know it's not them, but I say, is there, because I was running out of time.
And I didn't. 4:40 right now.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I was like, listen, I know it's probably not you guys, but I need to take a shit in a fucking thing and have people. Where would you think I would do that? And then they told me to try 210. I go to 210.
Yeah, they love shit over there.
And then I tell them, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go ask back in the back. So she went and asked in the back, and they figured it out, and they brought me. So they brought me the same setup, though.
Yeah, like everyone in the building knows you're there to take a giant shit.
It's disgusting.
Also, I just want to mention, I also called the representative there to ask them like how I could give you better directions, and they kept emphasizing just second floor, and he didn't know what else to tell me.
It's not that. I promise you, it's not that easy. You walk in, and there's tons of departments. You know.
And then you asked the receptionist, and she also told you she didn't know what you're talking about.
At first she did, but then she's like, "Let me check in back." At the office 210, the infamous 210.
I'm glad you ended up making it though.
Me too.
Good. Yeah.
Can you imagine having to do all that, like shitting at your house? And it wasn't close to my house either. It's like an hour drive.
Drive with that in the car.
It's like a bio weapon. Imagine getting pulled over. Explain that one.
Getting in an accident. You shut down the whole
shit
freeway.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So they gave me the same thing with the 2 urine-sized cups and then the 3 tiny little test tubes.
That's not okay.
And so,
what are you supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do?
So let me tell you. For the big ones, it's the same as last time. There's just like the wood stick the doctor puts on your tongue.
Yeah.
And goes, so you have one of those for scooping into the big one, which is fine. There's a big hole. It's a big stick. It's disgusting. It's vile, but it's
doable.
Logistically is okay.
Okay.
Right.
But then you get into these little test tubes, and what happens is you unscrew it, and connected to the top of the lid is a tiny spoon.
So you need to scoop it.
And there's liquid in the tube, and they say fill to this line. So you take a little scoop of shit. And by the way, it's a tiny spoon.
God.
So scooping with a tiny spoon out of a shit is not easy. It takes some effort.
Yeah.
I sent you a photo of the picture you took yesterday when you texted
Oh,
us.
good.
And you're like, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. I told you. I wanted Lena to know that I had made it to the bathroom with everything. Moments before disaster. Yeah. Here's the small ones. And it's the size of the small ring here.
Yeah.
Do you see how small that is?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I can find a photo of the. Try to find a photo of the stool sample with the tiny spoon under the lid. And so there's a little liquid in it, and it says fill to this line.
Yeah.
So you put a little shit in there. It's vile. And then, frankly, and this is so disgusting that this is what happens, but you have to like you're putting cream cheese back in, like extra cream cheese. You have to like slide it on the wall. There's no other way to get it out.
Did this?
I think I found it.
Yeah, it's basically that.
I found this one looks more like a fork.
Mine had spikes for some reason on it.
It's this one. I think.
It's a spork.
It's
literally a little shit spork,
it's like a tulip.
Oh my god.
It was.
That is
yeah.
Stupid.
Essentially.
What? There's no better way to do that.
I feel like this is a refined design. I feel like they know what they're doing with this.
That looks like someone cut it in the back. Those edges are not
shoddy workmanship.
That's a prison shank right there.
So anyway, I had to do 3 of these.
That's not okay.
And the thing is, like, somebody's gonna have to, like, in the lab, they take it out and do all that. But there's shit all over the top.
And all over the floor.
There's shit all over the floor.
There it is.
And it's probably the most disgusting thing I've ever had to do in my life. I think it was.
Yeah.
Imagine. It took a while too. It was just 5 samples. You're scooping. You got sticks. You got tiny spoons.
Yeah.
And then you have a bucket of shit because you had to put a fucking shit catcher in the toilet, shit in it, take it out of the toilet, and then scoop from the bathroom floor.
No bucket is required.
And last time they gave.
I was wondering where the main load was being kept.
Bucket is required.
It's in the butt. So it's like the pesto thing. You remember what the pesto's in? It's like that. Jake Doolittle, do you really want to tell me that I'm faking illness, you freak? Have you not seen my pesto shit?
Oops.
Exactly. Never let that go. So, and then last time they gave me like a big garbage bag for all the dirty shit. This time they didn't do it. I don't know if they forgot. So I dumped the excess shit in the toilet, but you still have like a
garbage.
You still have like a receptacle with shit on the side all over it.
Yeah.
And a spoon with shit all over it.
Yeah.
And so there was like a relatively small trash can in the bathroom that I was forced to smash it down in. There was nowhere else to put it.
Piece of shit.
I wanted to be clean and hygienic and do the right thing.
Yeah.
So I just put it face down and just forced it down there.
Yeah, I guess.
Get on me!
Yeah, and then you have to do a walk of shame. I will go over there with like a whole fucking collection of turds to the lab to drop it off. They go, oh, you just put it there. I says, on the counter? They says, no, in the sink.
I think the only thing worse is if the receptionist is like, wait, are you Ethan Klein?
I think, to be honest with you, the receptionist may have known who I was.
Oh, no.
Because there was a slight glimmer of recognition. They're professionals, right? Because they're in healthcare. They have to
Yeah.
be. But there was a slight smile and recognition. I felt a glint when I walked up. And I was like, here we go. I have to drop off a sample.
God, get on me!
She's like, okay, you brought it with you. I said, no. Well, in a sense, yes, but it's inside of me still. Oh, then the first place I went to, by the way, they go, we're not equipped for that. The one that was telling me you have to do it at home. She's like, we don't have the bathrooms equipped for that. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so when she was done explaining and giving me everything, I said, can I use the restroom? Because I had to pee really bad. And she's like, yeah, but not for that, right? I was gonna go sneak a shit in their bathroom after she told me not to.
I ran home real quick. Come out of the bathroom. Here you go. I ran home.
I thought you were gonna trick them.
What's okay, he's chewing a toy. But for the record, that bathroom was definitely set up for it. Like they had it. It looked identical.
What?
to when I
How much
first
setup
heard.
you need?
Well,
What does that
there's like
mean?
Well, you're not gonna be set up at home either. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
It's not set up for
They
shitting.
just didn't want you to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
They're
something
like, oh,
against
boy.
you.
Maybe if I looked nicer or like less gross, they would have been like, go ahead.
Yeah.
But you
They're
got,
like, this guy.
you got
and
the fade.
I got the fade.
Maybe that's why.
I'm actually looking. I might get the last time I did the turd sample, they gave me the results the next day morning. So I'm looking.
Bag of turd.
Maybe I'll get it during the show. That would be exciting. But it was 5 samples this time, so clearly
There's a
we're
lot.
focusing in.
Mhm.